Hello, and welcome to a new episode in today's analysis. Today we are going to analyze none other than Michael Myers, the main antagonist of the Halloween franchise, one of the most iconic villains in the horror genre. Michael left a long-lasting impact upon the pop culture since his inception back in 1978. In this video I'm going to analyze only the original timeline version of the character, similar to how I analyzed Laurie Strode from the original timeline in my previous episode, and that's the original timeline compromise of Halloween 2, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Together we are going to analyze Michael's journey from a simple boy with a relative normal life to the psychotic serial killer that he has ultimately become. Now with no further introduction, let's begin. Michael Audrey Myers was born on October 19, 1957, in Haddonfield, Illinois. Growing up, he also had an older sister named Judith Myers and a younger sister, Cynthia. Eventually, everything was normal in his life, until in the Halloween of 1963, when he killed his older sister when she was in a bed with her boyfriend, resulting in him being sent to the Smiths Grove Sanitarium, where he would remain out there for the next 15 years. Throughout his time in the sanatorium, he was taken care by Dr. Sam Loomis, who spent 7 years trying to reach the boy, and after he did so, he spent another 8 years trying to lock him up, after he realized he's an absolute monster who can't be reasoned with. And throughout this time, his parents tragically died into a car accident in 1965, and thus his younger sister was put out to adoption. By the Halloween of 1978, Michael was going to be charged as an adult for murdering Judith, only for him to escape into a killing spree throughout Haddonfield, wanting to kill as many people as possible, and picked a specific target, and that being Laurie Strode, his long-lost sister, Cynthia Myers. Fortunately, he failed, as after his encounter with Laurie, he ended up into a coma and was imprisoned at the Richmond Federal Sanitarium for the next 10 years, until he broke out in the Halloween of 1988, wanting to kill his 8-year-old niece, Jamie Lloyd, the daughter of Laurie Strode and Mr. Lloyd, who got orphaned when both her parents died in a car accident in 1987. Now, before we continue, we should ask ourselves, is Michael Myers evil? I think the obvious answer is yes, and let's analyze why that might be or may not be the case. It should be noted that Michael might have killed his older sister for the simple fact Michael might have felt betrayed when his sister left him to their neighbor in the Halloween of 1963, as we know the fact that Michael always looked up to Judith and officially might have felt something for her. It's likely that he didn't fully understand what's the repercussions of his actions. Not to mention that it's revealed in the final film that Michael might be the victim of the Foot of Thorn, a cult founded in Scotland in 1500 years ago, in which they mark a person with the mark of Thorn, in which they will force that person to kill their entire family on the night of Halloween. Now, of course, it will be argued here that Michael might not be entirely in control of his actions, but nevertheless, it will be argued that Michael is fully aware of the moral consequence of what he's doing. Not to mention that it's also revealed that he slaughtered the cult in the final film, thus finally realizing that Michael Myers might actually be in control of his actions, and thus it could be easily seen for him to be nothing more but evil. Thus the answer to the question, is Michael Myers evil, is definitely yes, and judging by the fact that he wanted to kill his very young niece, it could be argued that Michael could be easily seen as nothing short but pure evil. Nevertheless, Michael returned in the 1988 to kill his young niece, Jamie Lloyd, and he failed, and he tried again in 1989 and ended up into another failure. However, in the Halloween of 1995, Michael finally managed to kill Jamie, but failed to kill her son, Stephen Lloyd, as Dr. Sam Loomis helped Laurie and Jamie as well around this time. Nevertheless, it's heavily likely that Michael is still alive. So in the end, who was, or better say, who is Michael Myers? He's nothing more but just a boy who did an unspeakable act that he might have not been aware of. An act that led him to a path to become a monster's serial killer that would desire to kill as many people as possible, and a monster that will desire to spread nothing but death, destruction, and chaos absolutely everywhere where he goes, and a monster that will desire to end his own bloodline, not with any cost. And although it could be argued that he might have some redeeming qualities in him, there is not much of a redeeming quality were shown in the films, making him nothing more but one of the most evil and the most iconic villains in horror history. Thank you all for tuning this new episode in today's analysis. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Have a nice day.
Hey, you! This city property. No trespassing. What are you, deaf? Don't try that Halloween shit with me.